Crazy.
My wife, and I bought the engagement.
Oh, really, Rouse? What's up, Rouse?
Yeah.
All right, we get ready to start.
You got your stuff?
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking black.
Instagram.
My dude.
This one? Yeah. Okay. Got people on already.
You still around? Still black.
Anybody more?
Yep. Black City.
Storming. Donald
Yeah,
Price.
that's Taste Me out here.
I talked a couple years ago.
Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to Sugar Cypher. I have the honor and the privilege to interview the victorious Jamie R1. How are you, Jamie?
Good and you? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. So we're going to get started as everybody starts signing on and joining us. How you doing tonight?
Only
Don't get
time.
charged 7.
You tired?
It was a rough ride. Mad traffic.
Yeah, it's been really, really crazy lately.
Rough two lane split with a big ass bike.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty bike too. And it matches. I like it.
People got a problem with the matching thing. I don't know.
No,
Always
you
match.
you fly with it, so you can do it whichever way you want. You know that. You know that.
Even people just like it. I'm not stopping it.
No, you can't. You can't. Right. Can y'all hear him?
They can't hear.
They can't hear him?
I gotta talk up?
Yeah, you gotta talk.
Talk a little
Okay.
louder.
And I gotta do something with this thing. Okay, so introduce yourself to everybody for those of the people who don't know who you are.
My name is Jamie. Jamie R1 was given to me by JC when I started doing bike night. And she said, "What you want on the flyer?" I'm like, "I'm Jamie. I ain't got no bike name. I ain't got no set name." So she put Jamie R1 on the flyer, and I ran with it. And then somebody started calling me JR1, and I ran with that.
Okay.
And the victorious came from the bike when I bought the victory.
Okay. How long you been in the community?
I've been home like 20-something years since I came back home out of jail. 20-something years. I've been riding 30-something years, minus 7.
Okay. All right. And did you come from a family that ride or?
Not really. My brother just bought a bike recently. So now he rides. My sister used to ride when she was younger.
Okay.
But I always loved it. I used to live in Brooklyn and St. John's and Lincoln, I think it was Jaguars.
Okay.
I remember going to St. Mary's Hospital. They would always be out there. I was always intrigued by that.
Okay.
But
So
I always loved the sound of motorcycles. That's how I was living.
I kind of feel like it's something in you because I used to it would stop me wherever I am, and I would just listen to the bike or look for the bike. I just paid attention.
My sister had a bike sitting in the living room that she couldn't even ride. It was so big. It was some type of Kawasaki, big dirt bike. I used to try to start it, but I didn't even know how to. You had to kick start it back. It was a big dirt bike.
Right.
But it just sat in the living room.
Right. Number of bikes you have?
I've had 9 bikes.
9?
9.
You remember all of them?
Yes, of course.
Listen.
I had a Hurricane 600. I had a Shrad 600. Then I got a 929, CBR 929. They got stolen. I went and got the same one, did it up right after that. Got hit on the Southern State on that one.
Wow.
Got an R1 after that. That got stolen. Bought another R1 after that. Still had it to recently, sold it to my man. Then I bought a Suzuki 1000 that belonged to one of our boys that passed away. I still have that, I don't sell it.
Okay.
I'm gonna retire it though, but I'm not gonna sell it.
Okay.
And then 2 victories. One did the dealer crash, and they had to replace it. A lot of people don't know about that.
Okay. The dealer crashed
The
your bike?
dealer crashed because I had a problem with the rim. I took it to them and they took it for a test ride and flipped it.
Wow. Which one was your favorite?
My second 929.
Everybody talk about this 929. Everybody.
I like heavy bike.
Okay.
The 929 was my favorite bike.
What's the best piece of riding advice you ever received?
Roger Rod. I don't get caught up in the ego thing. You can't call me out.
Right.
I'm not trying to get hurt. I've been hurt. I've been hit twice. Got a metal rod in my leg. That's not counting the times I fell on my own.
Okay.
So that's basically it. Ride your ride. I'm not. And you can't call me out. I'm like, go ahead. Do your thing, knock yourself out.
Would that be the piece of advice that you would give somebody?
Definitely. Especially all the new riders, when you come out, don't try to hang with some of these guys. Some of these guys are professionals.
Right.
My man Shaggy, go out there. Oh, Steady Redline. You don't want to play with these guys. You don't want to play. You don't want to play with street supremacy. There's some dudes you don't want to play with. Don't let them call you out. You're gonna get hurt, especially if you're new.
Right. Shout out to Steady Redline right now because we see all of SRL right here. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And Reg, Uncle Reg.
Uncle
Yeah,
Reg,
J.R.
my man.
family, man.
Yes. So
Yeah,
thank
these
you so
dudes
much
Support everything I do.
for coming out. Yeah, I heard.
From bike night to Myrtle Beach. I love these cats.
I've heard.
It's crazy to see them here because I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be real quiet.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
used to an audience. I've been on Rough Rider Radio. There's no audience.
Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of different here. And the love that Coke had for you, he said he was definitely going to be here.
Yeah, I got my love.
Yeah.
He's just one of them.
Yeah. Well, you know, I
The
just...
whole squad.
Right. The whole... Rels, A1. Rels in the house.
A1 from day one. From
Yes,
right there.
yes.
He didn't start out with SRL, but he already know.
Yes.
If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. The only thing that can mess that up is you. Like me, I'm never gonna change on you. And can't nobody join the club and tell me not to mess with none of them.
Right.
And if you tell me that, I'm not gonna fuck with you. You're gonna stop me from messing with who I mess with. I don't care what umbrella you under. I don't care what coalition you belong to.
Right.
I don't care if you go to an outlaw club and you tell me you don't fuck with them. That's
Right.
you.
Right.
I'm not gonna stop fucking with you.
Okay.
I don't stop messing with nobody. You can stop messing with me, but I ain't gonna stop fucking with you.
That's real. That's real.
Thank you, Jamie R1.
Thank you, Hammer. My man Hammer over there.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Almost made me late, but got me here.
Almost. He did make you late.
Nah,
15 minutes.
Nah, we got here close to on
Yeah,
time.
you did. You was here on
I
time.
left 15 minutes late, but
Oh,
you know,
okay.
all that shoulder riding with the big bike. Not cool. That's how you get that flat.
Yes.
Got a good look.
Yeah, shout out to Rock too, the Corrupt Mob press for opening the doors for me to come and do this interview with JR1 tonight. Thank you. Shout out to you. Much love.
Another club that always held me there.
Yes.
Day one, Beazle, Gorilla,
Yes.
all of them. Rest in peace, Gorilla.
Yes.
Love these cats.
Is there well, how did your family feel about you riding?
And my mom's is, God bless her, she passed
Yes.
away this year.
Yes, my family too.
She hated it.
She did.
She was totally against it. Like, I was gonna get a bike until I was able to buy it myself, and I finally bought it. I didn't tell her. I bought it home. She hated that bike, and then I soon afterwards got hit and ended up with a metal rod in my leg.
Okay.
She hated it.
Wow.
But my daughter, Michelle, the rest of my family, they don't hit me with the ride safe thing. That's automatic. You know, get home safe. They support me.
That's good.
They know I love it.
That's
My
good.
daughter basically grew up in it, so she knows all about the bike life. She wanted to ride at one point, then I started doing a balloon release. That's a little rough.
Right. Yeah, it is. It really is. Why is it so empowering for you? Or how can you describe it being empowering for you riding motorcycles?
It's empowering because it ain't me. I'm a club dude. Like I came up in a hip hop scene. Like I was partying. I used to go to Latin Quarters, Union Square. So I'm not new to the streets. Like
Right.
there's some people in the bike community that know me from back then. So I was always in the streets. But ain't too many places you could go and get the love that you get from being in the bike community.
Right.
Like you go to Amazura, have 1,500 people give you love.
Yes.
I always said to myself, if you want to impress a chick from outside the community,
Right.
take it to Amazura with you. Like if I take somebody to Amazura, they get, oh, you know everybody. it's like you're a celebrity.
celebrity.
Right? And it don't matter who you are, because once you put on the vest, which is a little crazy, you're gonna get the love.
Right.
Even though I feel like some of these cats that put on the vest don't deserve the love, or they get put ahead of some people.
Right.
Like I've had situations where I had beef with a cat. They got a vest that belonged to a club that I mess with, and they would tell me, oh, well, I gotta hold him down. Over the friendship you have with me, over the time that you got with me,
Right. Right.
do that. You know what I'm saying? Hold him down. That person, 9 out of 10 times, ain't even around no more. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, like these people that I know and that I see a lot, they consistent. I've seen people come into the bike community, leave. One bike wonders, I call them. And once they crash it or once it gets stolen,
Fly by night club.
He said one bike.
not even the club, I'm talking about the individual.
Yeah.
I see a dude
Yeah.
flip his bike and never ride it again. Never rode again. I didn't hit again. The bike was gone, he was gone. But that's just it. It's crazy that people sit back and scream bike life, bike life, bike life. To me, bike life ain't seasonal. It's just not. Like even if I'm not riding my bike, I go look at it. I go work on it. You know what I'm saying? I take it for a spin. But these people that scream bike life, you know, to each his own. Because to everybody, bike life means something different to them.
Right.
But to me, bike life is every day. Every day. I'm looking at videos. I'm chopping it up. I go out in the winter. I go out in the summer. I ain't been out as much as I'd like to be out.
Right.
Because, you know, I got my daughter in college now. And one thing I said to myself is I'm not going to miss no more money because of this bike thing.
Right.
And I've turned down a lot of money
Right.
because of this bike thing. You know, what I mean by turn it down, I'm talking about overtime, working Saturdays, working Sundays, just to be at an event. If I can't be at an event on Sunday, or if it's over by 4 o'clock on a Saturday, I'm not going to make it. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to work.
Right. We talked about that. We talked about that
I'm
because
getting it. I'm going to send my daughter to college debt free.
right.
So she ain't going to have no debt when she finishes college.
Right.
Hopefully. I ain't no hopefully. I got the money. But I'm trying to not even touch that and work it out.
Right. Right. Who's the most interesting rider you ever met?
Most interesting rider I've ever met. I know a lot of people, so that it's hard to say.
Really?
Yeah, I really couldn't just pick one interesting rider. A lot of the interesting riders to me that I've met have been some females. Kels,
Okay.
Suicide, JC. I mean, as far as dudes is concerned, it's just so many of them. Like I really, Henny, who used to be an independent rider, Soup Sneed, these cats go down. I could go on. I could, like, my man over here, Hammer. Just a lot of interesting people, like from different walks of life.
Right.
You would think everybody's a hustler too. Like when I first came out of jail, I'm seeing all these cats with all these bikes, and like, you know, you driving trucks to Myrtle Beach, 10 trucks deep, going to Myrtle Beach. I'm like, these cats gotta be hustling. You know what I'm saying? Big trucks, rims, 2-3 bikes. Dudes go to work. Most people go to work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. But that was me, you know, I'm coming home and I bought a little 600. My man's like, don't buy 600. I'm like, yo, I gotta get reacclimated. He's like, yo, do not buy 600. My man Xavier, that's my man too. My road dog. A lot of y'all know him as Raphael. He told me, don't buy 600. Bought the 600. Went to Myrtle Beach. Coming down the ramp from the Tropical Wind, which they call Hotel Blue now. The chick was like, oh, he's cute. And he's on the 600. Yo, crazy. I took the 600 off right away. Little sticker. As soon as I hit home, I took off the sticker. I sold the bike and I bought a 929. That was it after that. Especially when you go to Myrtle Beach and you see chicks on 1300s.
Right.
And I'm talking about before you started seeing a lot of females on bikes. Like now, like I won't even ride a female. They're like, oh, you don't ride females? Go to females I know got their own bikes.
Right. Right.
But I'm in Myrtle Beach and they on 1300 Hayabusas and 1400s. Black Widow from DC. No joke.
I've
too.
heard.
You know, on 1400, no joke.
What was the best event you ever went to? You attended that you remember?
That's hard for me too because I've been a lot of places, but I'm gonna say Kings of Cali, California.
Yeah.
Crazy blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. Like they do an event. There's 2 stages, one indoor, one outdoor. They had 2 short perform. And when I tell you, blocks and blocks of Harleys. I didn't know where to put my street bike. I had my street bike out there. And I would ask people like, can I park here? There was so many, you barely saw a street bike out there. And it's just crazy. Like people complain about going to Amazon and paying $15, $20, 15, 20 with no colors, or 10, 15 with no colors. Out there was 15, 25 with no colors.
Okay.
But it was crazy. They had vendors. It was like, they had it blocked off. It was crazy. Warehouses. You turn down this block, there's a warehouse with a stage in it. You go straight ahead. There was another stage out in the street. Yeah, Kings of Cali. Definitely.
Was it a whole weekend or just one?
It was an East Coast, West Coast weekend. I went out there with Steel Horses.
Oh, okay.
I also remember riding to Mexico with suicide on that trip. Everybody was like, bring your passport, we're gonna ride to Mexico. And then when we said let's go do it, everybody started like, oh, they kidnapping people in Mexico, they gonna do this in Mexico, you gonna do that in Mexico. I'm like, don't nobody want us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going that deep into Mexico. I really just wanted to get my bike stamped.
Okay.
But I'm thinking they'll stamp my passport and I'll ask them to stamp my bike and have it clear coded. Dude was like, oh, we don't do that no more. So me and Suicide rode into Mexico. We ate in Tijuana and we rode back.
Okay.
Actually, say I was in another continent.
All right.
But that was my best trip probably, and definitely the best event that I've been to.
Who had the best bike nights? Why are you smiling?
Because I'm gonna say mine. My bike night was crazy. It was me and Murder Mommy.
Okay.
The bike night was. I got people here that used to go to the bike night. The only reason I say mine is because it was very interactive. You know what I'm saying? Just wasn't around sitting, talking. Reg no. Don't got no. It was very interactive.
What you mean by interactive?
For the most part, it happened at strip clubs.
Okay.
Ah.
So what we used to do, which was crazy, we used to watch Sons of Anarchy. We used to be quiet in there. We in there watching Sons of Anarchy. And then after it finished, I'm talking about everybody. I had the DJ open up. They like, yo, we know nothing about this. Strippers sitting around watching Sons of Anarchy, quiet for an hour. And then after it was over, it was crazy. People would be, India, I know, lit. When I tell you about lit, people like, yo, they make it to work the next day. Yo, on the post. There's not even a lot of pictures of that bike night because it was so interactive. You know what I'm saying? Like, people would be like, yo, please don't post that. And we would put females on stage.
Yeah, like
That bike night was crazy. Other bike nights were on Steady Red Line on Wednesdays. NWO had a mean bike night. You know, as tight as it was, it might have been in there. It was one to go to. LBS. You know, there's different eras. So I've been around for a while. Like LBS had a bike night on Tuesday, and everybody was like, oh, you're not going to be able to compete with them. I'm like, well, they all the way in Brooklyn, which was a trek. They was in the middle of Brooklyn.
Okay.
Not like off a highway. Like me, I was always off a highway. The dudes would jump off the highway, jump back on. LBS, you have to like ride down Utica Avenue, and you know, it was kind of crazy to get to.
Okay.
So really wasn't a competition with them because they had their own little thing going on. And I had people from Jersey, Connecticut coming down. Dirty Riders, bike night. Right now, Hood Riders, we having nice bike nights. Used to hit bike nights in Jersey. Like, you know, different times, different eras. Yeah, there's a lot of, most bike nights are good. The ones here be good.
Right. If I say, give me or tell me some memories that you have about Hotel Blue, another smile. What would you say? What went on at Hotel Blue?
Hotel Blue,
Everything.
AKA the Tropical Wind. At one point, New York had that hotel on lock. Between New York and Jersey, if you was from another state and you stayed in that hotel, you gonna have to be real respectful. Like Big Shots and Steel Horses at one point had it set up where they used to have like basically raves down in the parking lot. Crazy, like all you see was hands waving. They had grills set up. This is before they changed things up. And now you can't get this off. They had grills set up. They had a whole wall of just liquor. Coors Light. The whole wall stayed like that the whole weekend. It wouldn't get touched. The pool party.
Myrtle Beach, right?
Hotel Blue. Pool party. Retarded. Crazy. Water guns looking shaggy. Crazy. Like, nakedness. Like it would get crazy. Like
Jello shots flying from like the third balcony.
Jello shots.
Crazy.
Jello shots. That was my thing. But good times. But I'm talking about not now Myrtle Beach. I'm talking about I did Myrtle Beach 19 years in a row. And I'm talking about maybe the first 10 years. Crazy. And then we try to keep it alive doing what we do. Had a couple of parties out there. Like I said, they always supported me. Support them wherever we go. And we're gonna do something next year.
Okay.
We're gonna take it back from Myrtle Beach. But we probably gonna stay on Atlantic Beach side.
Okay.
We're gonna get a big house. And we're gonna do a pool party.
Okay. All right. I've never been since I've been back. I mean, in the community.
Alright,
So I'll go for this
We're
one.
gonna go for this.
I wanna go
We'll
for
have
this
two
one.
parties. We'll have a pool party, and then I'll try to get the other spot and do a night party.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now let me ask this: how do you feel to be the most known and respected independent rider in the MC community? How does that make you feel?
I don't know about known and respected. Because at one point, Hertz from Hood Riders, he was like, there's the big three. The big three was Connecticut, Jersey, and New York.
Mm-hmm.
He said I was number one in New York. Soup Sneak was number one in New Jersey. And Henny was number one in Connecticut. Henny's now down with Hood Riders. But I always thought Henny was number one because Henny, he used to ride around. I know you're gonna hate me for this number one. He used to ride around with a vest that said Army of One.
Yeah.
And he gets respect from me. He's gonna always get. There's a lot of cats that get respect from me, but I don't know about being number one. It's just like to me the MC scene ain't the same, and people not really out there like me. I guess I earned what I earned from like I used to go to Steel Horses and get on the grill and be there for 3 hours. I would do that at different events. Like I'll get on the grill and just hold it down. I always support, whether it be my time or monetarily,
Right.
or donating stuff. I always try to, and I was getting my riding. I'm not gonna lie, I don't ride as much as I used to because I'm working. I'm trying to get it.
Right. Right.
Maybe most known but respected. There's people out there that don't respect. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And I've come to find that out recently too.
That's right. Who said that?
What you saying? Oh yeah, always fuck them because I'm gonna keep doing what I do.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I hate to call them haters because I honestly don't have anything else nobody else don't have. They can't get.
What's that song? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
But yeah, basically, I appreciate that moniker that you gave me, and I wouldn't have had it if I wasn't accepted by the NC community. Because at the end of the day, you gotta accept me into your clubhouse. You gotta accept me into your clubhouse. You gotta accept me around you. And if you don't accept me around you, I'm basically nobody.
Right.
So really, the MC community letting me in, because they have to let me in. I'm basically an outsider.
Right.
So
Right.
you gotta respect people's clubhouses. I don't go nowhere I'm not invited.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Right.
walking up into anybody's clubhouse uninvited. So for the most part, my recognition and my love comes from everybody out there.
Right. Right.
'Cause I wouldn't be JR1. I didn't give myself my name, JR1. I didn't give myself that name. I gave myself the victorious thing, but that's just because I always feel like a winner.
Well, you are. I just want you to know you are respected.
Thank you.
You really are. Let's see. I didn't even know you, but it's just your energy and your vibe. You can tell that you're cool. You're a good person. So.
I'm trying to.
All right. So, if you were to ever join a motorcycle club, which one would it be? Let's just say hypothetically. If you had to choose, who would it be?
Well, I almost joined the club 3 times. 3 different clubs.
Okay.
I won't even mention them. Divine intervention kept me from stopping. Things happened that halted it.
Okay.
But straight off the top, I want to say Hood Riders.
Okay.
Hood Riders, Steady Red Line, Corrupt Mob, Steel Horses, some outlaw clubs out there that I thought about joining. I won't name them either. But that's about it. Hood Riders really my number one pick because they came after me. They tried to recruit me. And even after I didn't let them recruit me or I didn't join the club, they always held me down.
Okay.
Always. If I had a problem, they came through. If I need something, they come through. And they still treat me the same. A lot of clubs, they try to recruit you, and once you don't join them, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? They brush you.
Right.
These cats never brush me. Like, they brush me over. You ain't want to get down? Fuck them. We don't need them.
Right.
Honestly, don't need me, but at least I know that the love is genuine from these other cats. You know what I'm saying?
Was there anything that made you stay independent, like in particular, or it just happened that way?
I mean, like I said, 3 times I'm going to join a club, 3 different clubs. and things have happened and for it not to happen. But I really don't like the politics.
Okay.
Like I feel there's certain things in your life you have to deal with. Like you have to deal with your family, if that's your family. And you have to deal with job and the stresses that it brings because
Right.
it pays you and it helps you maintain your family.
Right.
I don't need to add no other extra stress to my life.
Right.
Unnecessary stress. But I really don't like the politics of it all.
Okay.
I'm saying like I love the camaraderie, I love the brotherhood, and I could do without the politics and the stress. I don't need nobody to tell me who I can mess with. Cause I when I first started riding, I used to go out riding, and it'd be 4 or 5 different clubs, 6 independent riders, and we should just hook up. And we didn't even have the luxury of having a phone and be
Right.
able to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the politics for me. And I really don't. I don't have the patience and I really don't have the patience. I don't.
Okay. What are some of your fondest memories? Now, you've been in the community for a long time. So if you just had to think back from then to now, like, what are some of your fondest memories? Strippers?
The bike night, not the bike nights, Myrtle Beach, early Myrtle Beach,
Okay.
early bike life, like the early circuit, like back when I first came home. Right now, like I said, I'm not out that much, so they know better than I know about how much it changed. I mean, I know how much it changed, but I don't know currently, like as of the last year. Like, to me, things just ain't the same. Like, it's just, at one point, and God bless the dead Nez, 'cause to me, she kind of started this whole pop-up club thing, and for the outlaws to come, for the dominant to come and regulate the bike world, and they came and they created all these umbrellas.
Right.
And when they created all these umbrellas, they created division.
Okay.
And for them, and I had problems with this, with them, it was all about money. Because all they did was create this division thing and support patches, and then they started making money where there was no money being made. And it got regulated to a certain point, but it caused a lot of division. Because now you with them. You them. You under that umbrella. So if they got beef, the umbrellas got beef.
Okay.
And these are people that used to deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? But because they fell under different umbrellas, it caused confusion. From that point on, I felt that it changed a lot. That could be just me, you know what I'm saying? And again, like I've had issues with being on other radio shows that I brought that up, and now I got beef with outlaws. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular independent dude, and you really shouldn't be beefing with me, but if it come, it come. Like me, I'm not gonna back down. The worst you could do to me is murder me. And ain't nobody out here killing nobody. Like, I mean, I know what's happening, but a lot of cats is out here fronting. I don't even want to get on that subject.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like straight stunting. Like they put on the vest and they get crazy. Like, come on, bro. I know you before the vest. Like I said, I'm a club dude. I started out in the hip hop section of this. You know what I'm saying? Not even of this. I was already in the street. I grew up in the crack era.
Right.
I was out there, so I'm not new to the gunplay. I'm not new to the beef. I'm not scared of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of jail, though I don't want to be there because
Right.
I got an older daughter that I missed 7 years of her life, and I'm still getting hit in the face about that. I don't want to miss my daughter graduating from college or getting married because I'm beefing with some cat over some vest shit, some bike shit that I paid for. My registration I paid for, my insurance I paid for,
Right.
my inspection I paid for, my bike I paid for. You're not gonna tell me who to ride with or where to ride. I would ride from state to state freely,
Right.
and I want to continue to do that. I don't want to put on the vest and then not be able to do that.
Right. Right.
And I know there's cats out there that still, they get it. I don't want to knock the vest. I really don't. Because like I said, I love the brotherhood. I like the camaraderie, but I could do without the politics and the beef.
What would you like to see happen? Like, you've been there at the beginning, when it started and how it used to be. What do you think, how can we change it, as a community to make it better? Do you think there's even hope for that? No?
It ain't never gonna be like it was. Just like Myrtle Beach ain't never gonna be the same. Just like, we got older. The movements is different. It might be great for the young cats coming
Right,
up, but they
right.
don't know no better. They don't know what it was.
Right.
They only know what it is now. So for them, it's like, oh yeah, I'm on a bike, I'm riding around, I'm going to the club, I'm giving mad pounds, and people showing me mad love. You know what I'm saying? When Amazon open back up, they famous. You know, they bring little shorty, they hold her hand the whole time they in there. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna let her go. Better not. Because the creeps is out there, the real creeps.
Oh, God. Most times when I see you out and about, and when I first met you, you're reserved, and you're just watching everything. What's going through your mind? Like, what are you thinking?
That goes back to me coming up with that thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get caught in no crossfire. I feel tension right away. When I'm like in Amazora or any of these other spots, it could be
Right.
outside.
Right.
Like some of these other incidences that have gone down, even as of recently,
Mm-hmm.
I feel those things.
Okay.
And I sit back and I watch people's movements, and again the bravery. Because I'm 20 deep.
Okay.
I want to push somebody. You know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy to me. So for me, I stay back from that. I won't get caught in the crossfire. I won't get touched. I won't have to retaliate. Because I'm telling you right now, if I get touched, I'm not scared to go to jail. I'm not. Like, I will embarrass a whole club. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Not no tough guy shit. It's just, it is what it is. And I don't want to be caught up in none of that. So I stand back and I chill. Because
Right.
I really want to be around for my daughter. I don't, and I can't stand another 7 years in jail. I don't want to do 7 years in jail.
Right. Right.
Shit is whack. Jail is whack. These dudes running around here now, shooting people and doing this crazy shit, thinking they're gonna get away with it. We in different times.
Yes.
There's cameras everywhere.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't care where you at. You could do it in here and travel 3 blocks down and get in the train. That camera gonna get you.
Yes.
You could just roll 2 stops later, and that camera gonna get you. And then, like Shay got his phone out. This is snitching. You
100.
post some videos of cats doing stuff. You snitching in a sense. Yeah, dry snitching. But that's why I sit back. I chill. I'm not a rowdy dude. I'm not really a fighter, like a fist fighter. That's not my thing. So figure it out.
Yes.
I ain't got no scars on my face. And I did 7 years in jail.
Okay.
Again, not to brag, not that it can't happen tomorrow, because if interview somebody, go ahead and I'm gonna try this dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
No, I'm saying, but I'm gonna defend myself.
Right.
And if I get to walk away, I'm gonna really defend myself.
Right. Right. Who are some of the people that you ride with when you ride?
Right now, I ride with my man Hammer. For
Shout
the
out
most
to
part.
Hammer.
Shout out to my man Hammer. There ain't too many of people ride with. I can't really ride with these cats because I'm not gonna keep up.
Okay.
Even if I was on my sports bike, I'm not gonna keep up. I don't ride like that. I don't ride like that. That's over, bro. Them days is over. Even when I was riding like that, I wasn't like that. These new numbers I'm hearing, the 200, the 180, never did it. The fastest I've ever gone was 140 without a helmet in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Real talk, bro. 140. That 180 shit y'all be doing, 190 on the turn like this. Helmet touching the ground. That ain't me, bro.
I only go that fast because I don't weigh much.
Bro, for whatever reason y'all ride that fast, not me.
Okay.
Alright? So
Is there anybody in this community that reminds you of yourself? Any of the young guys?
I don't really mess with none of the young guys. A lot of these younger guys, I've been out and people ask me, who are you? And I tell them I'm nobody. Figure it out. I had a female call me a groupie one time. I
Oh.
won't say her name.
Say her name.
I'm not gonna say her name. She said she like, you a groupie. And I'm like, well, you're not paying attention. I guess because the way I dress when I'm on a bike. I said, but I got a key around my wrist. I got this on my finger now. And I had a sock on my shoe. I said, so you're definitely not paying attention. But she was with some other people. They was like, oh no, he ride. He out here. But I've been called a groupie. And again, when you go out, like me, when I go out now, and when Amazon opens back up, I'll be sitting back saying, damn, where that club come from?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact when I come back out, The COVID prospecting is crazy.
Oh man.
Don't get me started. We could be here for 2 hours. COVID prospecting
He
is crazy.
said the COVID
It's
prospecting.
And even winter prospecting is crazy to me. When you prospect the whole winter, you go to a couple of parties, you put in no miles, and you got your best because you did 6 months.
True.
I sit back
It
and I
is.
watch these things. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff I watch.
Right.
I watch and I watch Facebook and Instagram. People talking about chicks riding with heels on, chicks riding with stilettos, chicks riding with shorts on, but you riding around hot. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? You ride around blunted, hennied up, and they riding around with heels. And for the most part, the chicks that I know that ride like that, and you all y'all know them, will bust your ass on the bike. Especially the chicks that talk shit. You out there talking shit, but where you get your notoriety from? There's a particular person, not gonna name her either, but she ain't going nowhere. She once said, "Oh, all you do is go to fish fries and party." Like I go to a fish fry in Maryland. Anything to go to have an excuse to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna just be riding around.
Oh, somebody said that to you?
Yeah, all you do is party and go to fish fries. Yeah, but I go to Myrtle Beach for a party. I rode to Myrtle Beach.
Right.
We ride to Maryland and Cracker Barrel and just to go eat. Like if I don't have an excuse to ride, there's no reason for me to ride.
Right.
Like I'm
Right.
just not riding, but as far as somebody like me, I don't really know none of these young cats that's doing it like that. But I know a rider that belong to a club that's no longer with a club, and he's getting it in. Reg is one of them, and Solar. He's an independent rider now, but he belonged to a club, so he kind of reminds me of me.
Okay.
I'll give it up to Solar.
Okay. What are some of the yearly events that you look forward to now?
Now,
Like, you know, I mean, well, what, last year it was COVID, so like,
you always look forward to Steady Redline and Club Amadora. You know, whatever event they do. You know, whatever Corrupt Mob does. Y'all event is crazy now.
the Rock All Stars.
Yeah, that barbecue.
Yeah.
Left with a whole plate of skins and curry chicken.
Delicious.
Ate it for lunch the next day at work. So I look forward to that. The parties I used to look forward to, Stick and Move, Dirty Riders.
Snack fest.
Some things is crazy. Old stuff. I like the old stuff. Steel Horses, of course. They July event.
Jamie, you remember Urban Nights?
Urban Nights back in the days, though. That was back in the days. In Jersey, Urban Nights. I never been to Fat Tigers. I don't think I could go. I think they'd be like, he's this and that event. They're like, ain't you the guy to be like? And I'm saying I'm gonna go there one year, and I want to go. I was all set up to go to Invictus when the whole COVID thing happened. He was like, yo, you gotta come. You do it every 2 years. Me and Hammer booked down the rooms, and then they shut it down. So I definitely gotta make it to their event, and I one day want to make it to Black Tigers.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to mask up, bro.
What is some of the music that you listen to when you're riding? What type of music?
OG. Somebody said it back then. OG. I listen to Wu-Tang,
Hey.
DMX. Been listening to DMX. Everybody listening to him now. Wu-Tang, DMX, OJ. When I say OJ, OJZ.
Okay.
Biggie, Locks. You know, stuff like that.
Okay.
Nas. All the old stuff. I like old hip hop, old reggae.
Beastie Boys. Okay.
I like some Beastie Boys joints. They ain't on my playlist. But my playlist now is like A Boogie. I like A Boogie stuff.
Yeah, with the hoodie.
Stuff like that. You know, I like real hip hop.
Okay.
Beat nuts. Shit like that.
Do you have any other hobbies besides riding? Or is this your main thing?
Now with the work thing, it's just the riding and work right now.
Okay.
I mean, I do other stuff. I like to be creative. I paint. I do some stuff like that. But lately, it's just been work.
Okay.
I work 6 days a week. Sunday, I try to hit an event. Try to make some time with my daughter. But there ain't a lot going on right now.
No, not really.
I mean, even in the bike community right now, it's like everybody's doing something. Though. It seems like there's a lot of bike nights. I'm just not making it. 9:30 is the new 12 midnight. I saw that on Facebook. I'm like, that shit is real talk. 9:30, I'd be like, night. They be like, you going to bed already?
It's over.
It's almost my bedtime. No, what time is it?
I know, right? Let's talk about your event that you hold now every year, the Fallen Soldiers.
Fallen Riders.
Fallen Riders.
People say soldiers. I'm not crazy about the soldier thing. It's Fallen Riders.
How did that come about?
It started off small. It actually started out a little family barbecue thing, doing it on my block. Then, like maybe 3 years into the barbecue itself, started losing a lot of people. I'm like, yo, nobody's recognizing the people that passed away.
Right.
So I said, I'm gonna do a balloon release. And that balloon release started on my block in that little park, and they got bigger and bigger until the police got involved. No, the police got involved and I moved it behind the school because they got big. So
Okay.
I knew that particular weekend, they didn't issue permits. So that was always my excuse. I didn't want to go try to get a permit and then I'll get turned down.
Right.
And then I'm going to be tight.
Right.
So I know that particular weekend, 4th of July weekend, Memorial weekend, and Labor Day weekend, they don't issue permits.
Okay.
So I moved it behind a school where the Golden Lady used to be. The Golden Lady used to be a strip club. They built a charter school there. So I moved it there, beautiful, right at the foot of the Triborough Bridge. Turned out beautiful, but then the police got involved. They was like, oh, you gotta move. Like halfway through, like I got a tent set up, food set up, and they was there the whole time. They're like, we're not gonna mess with you. But I guess somewhere in the middle of the barbecue, they was like, you gotta move. So I'm like, this picture's on my page with me on my hand, my head on my head like this. I'm like, y'all got me stressed. I'm looking around.
Right.
I'm like, where am I move to? I'm like,
Right.
I said, do you know how a barbecue grill works? They're like, what you mean? I'm like, it's not a stove.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I gotta cool down. Like, I got tent set up with food. And I'm looking around, and it might have been like 200 bikes there at that point. And there's bikes showing up. So I'm looking around, and I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. They was like, you're not going nowhere. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. It might have been like 12 cops. I'm gonna post the pictures as a matter of fact.
Tag me.
Yeah, I'm like, there might have been like 12 cops like around me. Like,
Right.
there was, I had 3 photographers there, so there's a lot of pictures.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. So they was like, at shift change, you're gonna send the whole precinct here.
Oh shit!
So
Wow.
I'm like, again, I looked around, I'm like, good luck, and I walked away. Because you're gonna start a riot. Like,
Right.
it's gonna, at that point, there's gonna be 300 to 400 people here. So I walked away. I said, good luck. And she said that to me. I walked away, and at that event, there was an officer there. Her name is Jimenez.
Okay.
She was there. She said, I gotta leave, but I hope it goes good. This sergeant is a a-hole. She left. The sergeant pulled it off, like try to get me to move. So the sergeant called me. She's like, let me talk to you. She said, can you end it early? I'm like, I'll try to end it early, but I'm gonna release these balloons.
Right.
At the very least, I'm gonna release these balloons. So at that event, I ended it an hour early.
Okay.
The next day, like people, that event takes a lot of work. Of course, a lot of people do donations. I get people to clean up. India helps me. You know, Steady Red Lives makes their little donations. But the setup and the breakdown is crazy.
Right.
Like I'm out there till midnight.
Right.
And then at that point, I'm just dumping stuff into my garage. So Monday morning, I go to my garage and I straighten everything out. I put the tents away. I wipe out the coolers so you know they don't get all funky. The Jimenez officer, she shows up. She's like, how did your event go? I said, they trying to shut me down. She's like, no, you kidding me. I'm like, serious. I said, I'm gonna have to not do it because I'm not gonna go through that.
Right.
I'm not doing that. She said, no, you know what? Next year I'll help you. This is gonna be her 4th year help. And she's made sure that that's her day off. She works that event. This is gonna be her 4th year.
Okay.
And she's been at the event every year, and I gotta give it up to her because Espada, who retired, and the 40th precinct, because I don't put in for a permit. They moved my location to the back over there, which to me is perfect. I'm out of the way. There's no traffic. But if she's listening, if anybody knows where she's at right now, mad props to her and the 40th precinct for letting me do that event. Because that event means everything to me. And she saw that, she's like, yo, that's a beautiful event.
Right.
And then not last year, but the year before, when her partners, his best friend down on the motorcycle.
Okay.
So he's been present at the event for the last 2 years. So big shout out to Officer Jimenez.
And what's the date? What's the date again?
It's always the day before Labor Day, which is that Sunday. This
Okay.
year is September 5th.
Okay.
I'm gonna start putting the fly out.
Save the date.
Save the date.
Do you need any help with it from the community, or you're good? Because right now you have the outlet
Got
to
the
let them know
platform.
what you need.
Last year, I was hit. Like the day I was gonna postpone it, definitely because of the COVID and they're not letting people do stuff.
Right.
Officer Jimenez called me and said you got the green light. I
Okay.
had 9 days to put the event together.
Right.
Snacks, female snacks,
Cigar.
cigar snacks. She went out her way and got people to donate all kinds. I think she got y'all involved.
Yeah, we did.
So a lot of people came forward. Like Steady Red Line's been involved. Corrupt Mob, Steel Horses, Wild Aces. They give me cash donations.
Right.
And then I got people that cook. So I did so good last year with the cash donations that I returned some of the money back.
Mm.
And, and some of the clubs is like, oh, you don't have to do that. But the one thing that I learned about me being part of this community, that people don't want to see nobody make no money.
Right.
Oh, he's in the community just to make money. Bike nights is free. And the reason the bike night ended was because the people at the club wanted me to charge at the door.
Okay.
I'm like, you can't do that at bike night and a meet and greet. One thing about me is I know my tradition, I know my protocols. I mean, everybody's protocol is different because of their bylaws. But I know bike tradition. I know about meet and greets. I know about bike nights, and I know they're supposed to be free. So when that guy came to me, like after the third time, and the bike night was on top. I'm talking about on top. I'm talking about to the door, 3, 4 in the morning. The last 3 bike nights I had, I ended it. And JC was like, "Oh, why you ended it?" I'm like, "Cause he keeps bothering me about it. We on top right now. That's how I'm gonna go out."
Okay.
And we went out on top. Like there's nobody that's been to that bike night that can't say it was crazy. Nobody's gonna walk out and say, "Yo, your bike night was whack." And it wasn't. It wasn't just mine. It was Murder Mountain. But as far as help, yeah, I'll take all the help I can get. If people want to donate plates, I just need to know in advance what's coming forward,
Right.
so I can strike it off. I don't want to end up with 6,000 plates.
Right.
I don't want to end up with a whole. I never ran out of food, but I'd rather run out of food.
Right.
Because then I just end up with food. I don't want to end up with food. I don't want to end up with people's money. The money I can return.
Right.
Like I said, I returned money to some people because I did that good on that shorter notice, and it went off very nice.
All right. So
And I
food.
appreciate the white community.
So food, they can donate food.
Yeah, cook food,
Supplies.
supplies.
How can they reach you on Instagram?
Victorious_Jamie_R1.
Same thing on Facebook.
Facebook is Jamie Acosta. Regular Jamie Acosta.
Let me ask you. Give me 2 top reasons that why a motorcycle is better than a woman. Tell me that.
Good question. 2 top reasons. First of all, there is no reason.
They don't talk back.
He said it from me. They don't talk bike. They don't talk back.
He said bike.
They don't talk bike. They don't talk back. And they let you ride them all the time. I
Okay.
can ride her whenever I want. She's not gonna say, "No, I got a headache."
Not right now. It's not a good time.
That's not a good time.
I'm tired.
Come on, ride bikes or something else.
I'm on punishment. You know, my bike don't put
Punish
on
you.
punishment. Yeah.
Okay.
So I love my bike.
All right.
It's my getaway, but it really there's no comparison.
Okay.
Yeah, watch it.
All right. So how does riding transform other areas of your life?
It's just an outlet to like release, to let go. You know what I'm saying? Catch some breeze, get on your bike, you ride. Like if I'm not riding with him, and sometimes I get caught riding with these cats. It's crazy. Just trying to keep up. I ride by myself a lot. Like, I know where I gotta go, and when I get people like, "Oh, you always by yourself," but when I get where I gotta get, I'm not by myself.
Okay.
I never go out and I'm by myself. I'm always gonna run into these cats, NDIU, my man. I'm always around people I know, so I'm
Right.
never really by myself. I
Right.
might leave by myself and come by myself, but I'm never by myself. Don't get it twisted. Especially for you new cats out there to see me pull up, oh, he don't know nobody. Yeah, I'm not.
You know
For
everybody.
the most part. There's a lot of new people I don't.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
There's just a lot of new people coming.
But they're gonna hear about
I'm saying there's gonna be the COVID frenzy. There's gonna be the COVID bikers. What's the cigar? There's a cigar club now that's on bike.
Acid cigar.
Are you serious? The acid Cuba?
The acid
Shit's
cigar
good.
MC.
They are good. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but there's an
Yeah,
MC.
but what if you smoke a different cigar? You can't get in the club?
Nope.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Rules and regulations, sir.
That's it. You gotta follow their protocol.
If you had to do this part of your life over, what would you change?
This part right now,
The bike part.
I wouldn't change any part of what I'm doing.
No.
I mean, if I could change anything, it would be to take it back to what it was. You know what I'm saying? Just the partying, the camaraderie, the no separation. It used to just all be love. Like we used to go out and people would be on the dance floor dancing.
Right.
Now you go out, everybody's posted up.
Right. Right.
So you have the 2 or 3 people in the spot that dance because they love to dance. But it ain't like it used to be. Like you used to be able to go out and meet a female, nice female, dance with them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just post party.
Okay.
Everybody's just posted up. Kind of waiting for something to pop off. I be feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But other than that, I wouldn't change nothing about what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
The motorcycle community, what I would change would be like to try to take it back. You know what I'm saying? Just the camaraderie, the brotherhood. You know, everybody. Thank you, bro. Everybody. Another thing that I notice is people get clubhouses and that's where they at. You know what I'm saying? They got their own clubhouse. This is where we meet up at. This is where we at. You don't see them out too much. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the brotherhood is. And they self-contained. I just like being out with people. I like meeting new people. At some point, I hope to get out of state again, start riding out of state. I ain't been doing it.
Okay. Well, times have been a little hard. The last year has been really, really hard for all of us. Any questions?
No question. It was just a few comments. Godzilla said you the coolest ever. I was about to say cutest.
Who said that?
Godzilla R.1.
Friend request me.
Stiletto the Stallion said bikes talk back.
Bikes talk back? That pipe.
They growl.
Ah.
They moan. They don't talk about it. They vibrate.
Yeah.
They hum.
You gonna keep going. Any shout out?
Shout outs just to everybody out there. To everybody that's ever supported me, shown me love. To all the undercover haters. So I hate to say that because
Keep
probably keep hating. It's just
It's what it is.
It's been a recent 2 I've been noticing stuff like that. But it's good, you know what I'm saying? I like my haters, or let's call them my enemies. Because at least you know who they are.
Right.
You got people out here that call themselves your friends. They call themselves your friends, and they're not really your friends. And they'll be around
Sister,
forever,
brother.
sister, brother. I don't use those terminologies.
Me neither.
I don't call nobody my sister. Because if I even think about you in a sexual manner, you cannot be my sister.
Right.
So you're not my sister. You're not my sister. You're not my sister. That brother thing, and I think that's also the reason why they shorten it up. Sis, bro. They don't really mean it. You know
No.
what I'm saying? So they call, all right, sis, all right, bro.
Some people's good with it.
I'm not. It's like saying
I'm not.
that word love. People use love, brother and sister loosely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And I got cats out here that I consider my brothers, and not really nobody I consider my sisters. No sisters. I have one sister, my real biological sister. But everybody else, we could be super cool, but I'm not gonna call you my sister.
Where you from? What's your nationality?
My nationality is 100% Boricua, Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Born here though,
Okay.
Brooklyn, Brownsville, New York.
Okay.
But I live in the Bronx now.
Okay. All right. Well, we are done.
Thank you for having
Do
me.
you have any questions?
You know what, real quick? Gotta get a bait up here.
Yes. Yes.
if you out there in the bike community, please join the bait.
Yes.
So we got 1,500 people that go out to Club Al Missouri. We got 300 members in the bait. A bait ain't a club. A bait is a legislative club. They fight for legislation.
Yes.
They fight for your rights. Like AMA. Like I compare it to the NRA. The NRA is strong because they have a lot of members.
Right.
The NRA is affiliated with people that own guns.
Yes.
Just like ASPCA and PETA. PETA's another one. They strong because they got a lot of members.
I would love to get
We,
update on here.
as a motorcycle community, should be a lot stronger than what we are. We got politicians that want us to back them, but they're not holding us down, you know. And we're votes. The average rider in our community is a law-abiding citizen. Okay? They need to figure out or give a class to the police on distinguishing a dirt bike, a scooter, a cruiser, and a street bike. The average dude on a BMW motorcycle has a job.
Right.
It goes to work. It's a $15,000, $20,000 bike. All these, my bike might be worth $35,000. You should know who to go after. Don't run up on me and give me 3 tickets because I don't have on the right glasses. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to get more people into a bait.
Yes.
Because until we make that happen, we're not gonna make an impact in this world. Right now, you got bicycles with bike lanes, but they fought for that.
Yes. That's true.
They fought for them bike
That's
lanes,
true.
and that's people signing petitions. There's a lot of them.
Take up a whole highway.
Yeah, like you got bike lanes, and we don't have motorcycle-only parking.
Right.
You gotta look at that stuff.
Yeah.
A bait, you see them signs last year. Look out for motorcycles. That's a bait's work. Sharing an HOV lane with cars, that's a bait's work. A bait is putting that work in. Fighting that pipe law that we fought years ago, that's a bait work. But you got 300 people fighting for all the rights of, I want to say there's 400,000 registered motorcycle riders in the state of New York. The number is somewhere up there. And we got 300 people in the bait.
Yeah.
You gotta do better. You gotta do better. So we gotta get Rock up here in the bait, and we gotta get people to join the bait.
Yes.
I'm part of the bait. Gotta do it. I'm all for the bike community. I'm all for it. I'm all for bikes.
Yes.
I hate cars. I hate cars. I don't have a car right now.
All right. So Jamie R1, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For coming. I can't wait to attend your all white.
Oh yeah, this year.
Fall and Rider.
All white Colorado. Listen, don't let the all white keep you away. If you don't want to wear all white,
It's cool.
Still just
cool.
come.
They got $30 outfits. in
I'm
all white.
excited about the all white.
Wear
DRA is
it and
excited.
throw it away. I wear all white on my bike before.
Yes. Yeah. You stay fly. I want that jacket that have the stars all over it, the leather, the black and white.
That jacket is in the El Pasante video. That's how I got that jacket.
I want that jacket.
Zuna, one of them, whichever one
You've
of
been
them
saying
had
that
I
for a
want
minute.
that jacket.
That
is
jacket is
bad.
like 1 of 15.
Yeah, I want that jacket.
That jacket belonged to, I can't remember this dude's name.
I can't remember neither because you told
He's
me.
a rapper.
I want that jacket.
Anyway,
I
I
want
can't
that
remember his
jacket.
name, but it belonged to him, and I got it off of Poshmark.
Yeah.
It belonged
You
to
would
him.
know.
I can't remember his name. It's crazy.
You would know. You would know. Thank you so much again to Corrupt Mob
Thank
for
you.
opening their house tonight, their bike night. We get ready to turn up. Shout out to Steady Redline for showing up tonight. Appreciate you guys. Reg, my #1 fan, he's always here.
Uncle Reg.
Support. We got India, Sydney, Sweepy. Thank you so much, guys. A1, you getting on 1s and 2s?
You already know what
Well,
it
thank
is.
you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so
drinking
much
DJ,
for
what?
coming out.
Everywhere, man.
Thank you so much for coming out. And again, thank you so much for coming. We got to take some pictures. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right. Peace out, y'all. Sugar Cypher.
It's
Later.
out.
Good job. Good job. How you get to
And video.
All right, cut.
Yes.